Swaniyama Dvadashaka Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. May I develop attachment to these 9 objects of devotion. Guru si Gaurange Tat Udita Subhakti Prakarane Sachi Sunor Lila Vikashita Sutirte Nijamano Hare Namni Prashte Haritishtishu Rupanu Bhajane Shukka Prokte Shastre Pratijana Mamashtakam Kaluda. Verse after verse, may I have deep attachment, Rati, to Sri Gurudev, to Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, to the delineation of pure bhakti as taught by him, to the holy places where the pastimes of Sri Satchidananda unfold, to my Diksha mantras, to the dear names of Sri Hari, to the sacred days of Sri Hari, such as Ekadasi, to the saintly followers of Sri Rupa, Rupanugas, and to the scripture spoken by Sri Shukadeva Swami Yamadashakam number 1. Swami Yamadashakam number 2. May Sri Satchidananda, who is not different from Sri Krishna, remain my Lord. Sada Vrindaranye Madhurara Sadanye Rasamaya Param Shakti Radam Paramara Samurti Ramayati Satchaiva Yam Krishna Nija Bhajana Mudram Upadisha Sachisunu Gode Pratijani Mamastam Prabhupada. In the forest of Vrindavan, which is richly endowed with Madhurya Rasa, the personification of all rasa, Sri Krishna, perpetually gives pleasure, the bliss of service, to his supreme Shakti, Sri Radha, the personification of the topmost rasa, Vipralamba rasa. That very same Krishna, appearing as Satchidananda in Gouda, teaches his own method of bhajan. May he always remain my Lord, verse after verse. Swaniyamad-dashaka. Number 3. Rejecting deceptive paths. I pray for service to Sri Radha Krishna. Navairagyam grayam bhavati nahi yat bhakti janitam tata jnanam banam chitiyati vishesham namante spriha menashtange harivachana shokyam nahi yatas tato Radha Krishna prachura paricharya bhavatu me. Renunciation, vairagya, that does not arise from bhakti is not acceptable to me, nor is knowledge, jnana, that does not recognize distinctive traits of consciousness, such as personhood, pastimes, etc. For such knowledge is mere deception. I have no desire to perform Ashtanga Yoga, in which there is no bliss arising from rendering service to Sri Hari. May I thus attain profuse service to Sri Radha Krishna as both my means and goal. Swaniyamad-dashak. Number 4. May Sri Navadvipa be my residence and nowhere else. Kutirepi kshudre vrajabhajana yukya tarutale sachisunos tirtabhavatu nitaram me nivashati nachanyatra kshetre vibhudagana sevya pulakito vashami prasade vipuladana rajanvita iha. May I always reside in Satchidananda's sacred land, Sri Navadvip, in a humble cottage beneath a tree suitable for Vraja Bhakti. I would never live in any other place in this world, not even in a grand palace or temple fit for demigods, no matter how thrilling or overflowing with wealth and opulence it may be. Swaniyama Dwadashaka, number 5. Abandon all dharmas except those that support pure bhajan. Navarne Shaktir Menakalu Mamatahi Ashrama Vido Nadarme Nidarme Mamaratir Yaste Krachit Api Param Tatat Dharma Mama Jada Sharide Tritam Itam Atodharmam Sarvam Subhajana Sahajan Abhilase. I have no attachment to the Varnas, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, nor do I have any affinity whatsoever for the regulations of the ashramas, brahmachari, grihastha. I have absolutely no interest in either pious duties, dharmas in this world, or impious acts, adharma. Yet, until now, this material body has been sustained by the duties, dharmas, associated with varna and ashram. For this reason, I now desire only those dharmas that support pure bhajan. Swaniyama Dvadashakam, number 6. My code of conduct is that taught by Sri Chaitanya's devotees. Sutainyam Suralyam Shakala Sahanam Manadadanam Nayam Svikritya Sri Hari Charana Seva Mamatapa Sadacharo Saume Prabhu Paraparail Ya Samudita Prabhus Chaitanyas Yakshaya Charita Piyusha Kritishu. Embracing deep humility, simplicity, tolerance in all circumstances, respect for others, and compassion. My austerity is only in relation to service to Sri Hari's lotus feet. The conduct taught by devotees fully dedicated to the feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as revealed in the ambrosial scriptures describing his infallible pastimes, is my code of conduct, Sadachar. Svaniyamagvadashakam, number 7. I have no attraction to Vaikuntha or liberation, or even to Sri Hari's pastimes without Radha. Na Vaikunte Rajye na cha Vishaya Kari Mamaratir na Nirvane Mokshe Mamamatir Aste Kshanam Api Vrajanandat Anyatari Vilasitam Pavanam Api Katanchinam Radanvaya Virahitam Nashukyati. I have no attraction to the realm of Vaikuntha, nor for material activities. I never desire, not even for a moment, to attain impersonal liberation. Also, Sri Hari's other pastimes are purifying. Those pastimes that are bereft of the bliss of Vraja, they have no connection to Sri Radha, bring no happiness whatsoever. Swaniyama Dvadashaka, number 8. I have no relation with those devoid of affection for Sri Hari and his devotees. Name patni kanyatanaya janani bandhu nichaya haro bhakte bhakto na kanuyat tesham sumamatta avaktanam anagrahanam apito shobishayinam katam tesham sangattari vajana sudhir bhavati me. My wife, daughters, sons, mother, and friends are not at all related to me if they have no deep affection for Sri Hari, his devotees, and his bhakti, Accepting food from non-devotees or materialistic people is a fault which leads to downfall. If I associate with such people, how will I gain success in Haribhajan? Svanyamadvadashakam number 9. I will not go near one who worships Govinda without Radha. Asattarkailandam jada shuka param Krishna vimukhyam ku nirvasha shaktam satatam atidure pariharam aradam govindam bhajati nitaram dambi kataya tat apyase kintu kshanam apinayami vratam idam. A person may keep a great distance from those blinded by mundane logic, engrossed in material pleasures, averse to Sri Krishna, and attached to impersonal liberation. But if that person arrogantly worships Govinda without Radha, I will not go near him, not even for a moment. That is my firm vow. Swanyamatva Dashaka. Sustained by remnants items, I will reside in the land of my mistress and give up my body there. Prasadana kshijasana vasana patradivir aham padartair nirvaya vyavaharitim asanga kuvishaye vasamisha kshatri yugala bhajananandita manas tanumokshye kaleyugya padaparanam padatale. Sustaining this material life with the Lord's remnants, prasadi, items such as food, milk, clothing, and utensils, and having no attachment to worldly things and matters, I will reside in the land of my mistress, Navadvipa or Radhakunda, my heart joyful in the service bhajan of the divine couple. At that time of my demise, I shall relinquish this body at the feet of devotees who are fully immersed in service to the lotus feet of the divine couple. Yamadvadashakam. I drink the charanamrita of one who obeys Sri Gaura and worships Sri Radha. Sachi sunol agyagrahano chaturo yo brajavane paranadyam radam bhajati nitaram krishna rasikam aham tvetat padamritam anudinam naishtika mana vaheyam vai pitva shirasicha muda sunati yuta. He who expertly follows the instructions of Sri Satchidananda and in the forest of Vraja wholeheartedly and constantly performs bhajana of Sri Radha, who is the supreme object of worship and immersed in Krishna rasa. I shall, with a steadfast heart, joyfully drink and carry upon my head the nectar that has washed his feet, offering him my heartfelt obeisance every day. Sri Niyamadvadashakam. My only support in adhering to my vows is the mercy of the Vaishnavas. Harirdasyam dharmo mama tuchira kalam prakritido. Mahamaya yogat abhini patita tukya jalado. Iti yasyami urtvam svaniyama suratya pratidinam sahayome matram vitata dalani Vaishnava kripa. Service to Sri Hari is my eternal inherent dharma, but due to a close connection with Mahamaya, I've been plunged into the ocean of sufferings. By daily adhering to my vows with firm devotion, I shall rise above this ocean. My only support in doing this is the mercy of the Vaishnavas, who can destroy all illusion. See Niyama Vadashakam, I think it's text number 12. Benediction, serving Radha and Krishna in Vraja, following one's manjari. Kritam kenapi etatsva bhajana vido swam niyamakam patetyo vishrada priya jugala ruparvipitavada Vraje Radha Krishno bhajati kila samprapya nilayam swamanjariya paschat vivida varivasyam sakurute. These personal vows made for my procedure of bhajan were composed by a merciless soul. Anyone who, with strong faith, recites them and offers his heart to Yugala Rupa, Sri Gaurasundar, who is the combined form of Radha Krishna, or to their Sri Rupa, will surely attain place in Vrajadama, performing bhajana of Sri Sri Radha Krishna, and under the guidance of the Manjari to he follows, engage in various services. Any commentary, Maharaj?
Maharaj, I didn't follow even a single sentence.
What do you mean? My reading was not good?
If you read a book of 12th standard in front of first standard boy, how will it be? For
Yeah, I agree with you. I can also not say anything. But Niyamadvadashakam is one of the many, many gifts of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He has showered us with so many gifts. Jaiva Dharma and the songbooks which we are always singing from. And I think it is almost applicable to any song of his, what you just said, that we are just neophytes, and how can we grasp such incredible invitations to the meditation. Anyhow, I was reading Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu many years ago, and I was reading that we want to follow one of the eternal associates of Lord Krishna in our path so that we can become fixed. I myself at that time was questioning myself. So what does it mean? I may hear a little here, there, a little there, but one thing I knew for sure, that Srila Prabhupada is coming from that realm. So I'm aspiring to serve him wherever he wants to have me, whatever service he's going to provide to me, Manjari, Shaka, whatever he wants me to engage in, that is for me perfect. I don't need anything more than that. So he is my Shaki, he is my Shaka, he is my everything, my Guru Tattva. And of course, whatever has been said here about Srimati Radharani, very exclusive devotion to her, as that we have found in Srila Prabhupada. He has clearly said, Krishna, if you're not going to help me with this mission, I'm going to complain to Radharani about you. So you better help me, otherwise you'll be in trouble. And then it looks like Krishna was very deeply impacted by this statement of Srila Prabhupada, and immediately he made his movement successful. Even though many other people had done similar things previously, but they could not have a deep impact. Prabhupada's impact is not only powerful from the beginning, it is still growing around the world. Still it is growing. And it's growing in so many different ways and styles that, like the other day, I was watching Madhava's rock band.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever seen him.
Oh, every day I see.
Oh, you see. So he's very successful. And
those people know me very well.
and he gets so many people to chant Hare Krishna in a rock way. So rock music. So Krishna Prabhupada, he was so able to get anybody on every level somehow or other attracted to Krishna. And in a way, in our Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha, we are also open to all the styles. Like some Gaudiya Math may say, harmonium is prohibited. In Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha is not possible because Gopananda Maharaj sing very beautiful bhajan with the harmonium, and he was our president. And Prabhupada also was a great musician, and so there's different styles, but in Krishna, in our Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha, we accommodate everything. And what comes to my mind when such subjects came up and they were discussed with Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he would move his hands above his head and he says, "This topic I worship beyond my head, not trying to bring insight for conclusions of immaturity. No, I just keep that subject, Manjari Baba, on top of my head." Jai.
If these people say like that, if Sridhar Maharaj says like that, what to speak about me?
Totally agreed. But it is nice to sometimes enter into the special taste of such gifts. Because if we
If
don't
we understand,
if we don't do that, then we don't even know they exist. We may not understand them, but we at least we know that such things exist. Actually, Srila Prabhupada wrote, when he wrote Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he wrote, "I did not write this book thinking that somebody will understand. I wrote this book that simply people can understand that such a thing exists." You remember that quote? That was Prabhupada's writing. I don't know the page, but
Prabhupada's writing is very easy to understand.
But in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he speaks the same topics.
Yeah, he speaks the same topic in different way.
In his way.
In his way, and it is very easy to understand.
In his way. I don't think either it's
the same topic which Gaudiya Math says is very critical way. Like they have their magazine, monthly magazine, and you go through the magazine, you will not understand anything. My God, although he is Bengali, but I cannot understand. But if you go through Back to Godhead, Bhagavad Darshan, everything you will understand. So he proposes mission that everything is understandable, is made like that. Although it is high philosophy, but it is understandable by everyone.
I totally agree with you.
That's why I say ISKCON is from 1 to 100 and Gaudiya Math is from 90 to 100. So 1 to 90 you have to get from somewhere.
That may be a little exaggerated because we find many young people also coming in other Gaudiya Maths to Krishna consciousness, but it is a very interesting.
This kind of topic, Narayan Maharaj's disciples will discuss.
Yes.
They are very interested in these topics.
Yes. Well, they will come to the same conclusion we come. But only by mercy we can get entrance into such things.
If Sridhar Maharaj says like that,
You know, when we read the acharyas and they say things like that, like there's one book which Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, Navadvip Bhavataranga. And in that book, he's meeting Nishingadeva. And he falls at the feet of Lord Nishingadeva and says, please help me that I can become a real servant of Radha and Krishna. So even in front of Lord Nishingadeva, he keeps his fixed mood on this service of Radha Krishna. So whatever, how deep that means, what kind of service, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he revealed in the same book that his name is Kamala Manjari. So we just keep that upon our heart, on our head, our heart, like the spiritual identity of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. I'm not accustomed to talk about it because for me it's like just a recitation of like a parrot recitation. Anyway, that's another subject we can discuss another day. Who's qualified to speak on higher topics? Shila Prabhupada ki jai.